Okay, here's a situation. You're about to finish a project. You're gonna start writing the article, so you grab a LaTeX template, start editing, but then you ask yourself, should I start a new bibliography or recycle an old one? If you start a new one, you need to build everything from scratch, and that is a lot of work. If you recycle an old one, then you start wondering, which one is the most current? Or which one has the most overlap with this project? And then you will probably end up with that massive file with 1,000 references. So that is also below optimal. So I'm here to show you that there is another option. Let me introduce you to bibmanager. Let's look at the demo to see it in action. Here I have a regular LaTeX file, the bibliography, and some other auxiliary files. With bibmanager you can actually forget about the bib file completely, delete it if you want, then you can just go ahead and compile the LaTeX file with this command. When you look at the folder now, you see that there you have the bib file and the compiled PDF. When you look at the PDF, all the citations are in place. And the references looks fine too. And here you have a look at the output bib file. So what's happening here is that bibmanager maintains a database with all of your references. So whenever you compile a LaTeX file, the code collects all of the citations in the LaTeX file. It searches for them in the database, creates a bib file, and then it compiles into the PDF. As a result, you won't need to maintain the bib file yourself. And the output will contain only the citations that you use in the LaTeX. So nothing unnecessary, no duplicates, no old entries, and the bib file will be sorted by author. Now let's see a more realistic scenario. Say you're starting to use bibmanager. Here you have again a regular LaTeX file and the bibliography. To merge your bib file into bibmanager, just run this command. Now you're ready to compile the LaTeX file. And that's it. Now here you see that bibmanager tells you when there is a missing reference. What's happening here is that one of the entries you tried to merge was already in the database under a different name. There is no problem because you can easily search into the database for the correct key. If you press tab, you will see the fields by which you can search. Also, there is autocomplete when you start typing. So we are looking for this Moses paper. And let's set the year too. And there you have it. Now we can simply edit the right key into the LaTeX file. Okay, if you compile again, then everything's gonna be fine. So those are the basics. Now you can also display a more detailed output with the -v option. Notice that there's also persistent history, so you can get your previous searches by pressing arrow up. This displays the ADS and archive URLs. With a second -v, it displays the full author list. And with a third one, it displays the full entry with color syntax. Now, one problem with any bibliography is that they are not always up to date. But with bibmanager, you can update the entire database against ADS with this single command. How cool is that? And there you see a report of the entries updated from archive. And when it's possible to update the year or the journal in the key, that's done automatically. So now, say you want to add a reference from ADS. Well, bibmanager allows you to make queries into ADS from the command line. Let's search, for example, for the greatest astronomy thesis ever written. Again, there's auto-completion and auto-suggestion. And here I'm looking for a first author and the document type if a thesis. And there you have it. In fact, you can do here any search that you might want to make on the new ADS browser. Then add the reference into the database with this command, specifying the bib code and setting a key for the entry. Okay, and now we can check that the reference is there. Finally, if for any reason you don't want to use bibmanager as a database, you can still clean up a bib file in place. So this will remove duplicates, sort out the entries, and do an ADS update if you want. Whenever there's a duplicate conflict that cannot be solved, the code will query the user to decide. So there you have it. You can get the documentation for all of this and more through the application on the terminal, and also online. So check it out.